Eti mo de mo kututu ya yema.
Ghana, one of the most beautiful countries on the African continent, has an ugly problem. The nation suffers from the practice of open defecation, a problem which has persisted over the years.
We are all at risk. We see the CGJ now upon team. Any baby basa. We were talk. Would you diminish? Na mini video in French. Na shit. Sabi a jana the whole Ghana. Ye go upon team. At long last. A saquam a BC table so. And me. And I said, can we live our lives like this? Pupu, abundant. Ni apom di kwa beda ye. Minian, bidim kotobi egu foma sre oman mu nipa biara. Won a kan bi wom. Asofo, teacherfo, chief imam, any akandifo biara o kasa nipa tie. Umie nyina mombodi. Ni en kasa nkire ye ho ye ho ni ntu sa ade ase. Once and for all. Ne bebo yan kasa. Yesi yentimi anya ya. I repeat, we are all at risk.
The practice of open defecation puts everybody at great risk. A quick analysis of our survey reveals how close to your doorstep the menace is. About 19% of people across the country regularly shit in the open. This translates to over 5 million Ghanaians regularly defecating in the open. Then there are those who have unimproved toilets. 10% of Ghana's population use such toilets. These facilities are just as dangerous as open defecation because they allow feces to be transferred freely by flies and other vectors. Another 57% have limited access to toilets. They rely on public toilets or share it with other households in the community. When access is cut off, these individuals resort to other means of disposing of their waste. This situation is serious. Out of every 6 Ghanaians, only 1 has basic access to sanitation. Emergency open defecation is the situation where most people who hitherto may have toilets at home end up practicing open defecation at places where there are no toilet facilities. This is common where passengers in vehicles that are not fitted with toilets and cannot locate toilets en route to their destinations end up defecating in the open. Students across the country, including tertiary institutions who may not practice open defecation at home sometimes find themselves in emergency open defecation because facilities are either unavailable, inadequate, or too dirty to use.
I have a toilet at home, but I use it all the time. But it's only when I go to school that I use the bush because there's no available toilets.
This is the reality for many children. About 2 out of 5 schools in Ghana do not have toilet facilities.
No, me feel fine. In the hospital. Ni musuwai. Inteshi ni kaya tawa yoko. Ma feye. Shinkwe fiae. Ina yoko. No keke ni chonchu ese. Mi tian feye jeme.
This may seem unbelievable, but it does happen. Whilst national statistics are not available, studies in some districts have revealed that some health facilities do not have toilets.
Yawa, ai kun gane. Ina son gwada kaman tafiya hanya da ka gane kaman za a yi tafiya je kaman Kumashi ko Arewa inda muna cikin mota ba wuri da zaka je bayan gida ko ba haya. Shi yasa mu da kan muna magana da direba ya saya sai mu shiga cikin daji mu ba haya ya zama mana tilas. Wani lokaci direba ma da kansa ma sai ya je ba haya a cikin daji ba wani wuri sa'an nan mu ci gaba da tafiya. Sai sa wannan ba laifin mu bane. Me haka za a yi?
Maladuwa mayira afoji ana mayiya anyi metenchu amama wonu ikrao amama nyakpo ma wonu onwore resota nya ma filiba na ma mayira agbama ma dafoji.
As you can see, I work in an office and the loo there is very dirty. The nicest one has been locked up and it's only the MD who uses it. So if I want to shit, where exactly do you think I will go? You can guess.
I can never do this. Na metimi nso ahye mo so sade ese osu timi hye onso sade eye so pa so wuntimi nya wanan mu petemu nipa atwam ka kwam se nipa atwam ani dwom no nemom otua so benyi ba bia nipa ehu wo hye onso ko hye horo sa na ese wo hye onso wo ye driver wo betimi di nipa ra ko filling station onye driver na onso na mu a sebi efie bia ben bia obetimi asre no akọ o man panifo medin ko to sre esre mo. Some men sorry. Next time, or how are you in any tree? You see, no preoccupy once and for all.
A lot of shit is deposited in our environment daily. Assuming one person deposits a margarine tin of poo per day, in an average household of 4, that's 4 tins a day. Imagine how much per week, a month, and then a year. Imagine how much over time. Multiply this by the number of households in a given community, multiply that by a district, a region, and then across the whole country. We are dumping truckloads of shit and turning our country into a waste dump.
Odidi pa obetinya ne kraba bia miidu enti wo de so bia enne sa ne ye boabo ano a ye de be ye ho so ne ya ne te se bepo e ku si what se mantiafa jato no Ghana fo ne ane sa no ano be se de yes ya ne bi tawa. Are we safe? I'm asking you.
We're always at risk of having the poo in our environment coming back to haunt us. The shit deposited in streams, gutters or bushes always have a way of getting back to us. When we shit in the gutter or in the bush, the shit is transferred in a variety of ways.
At the farm, 3 main contaminants. You can have the wastewater that they use. In Ghana, most of the wastewater that they use to irrigate these crops are untreated. So we have a lot of contamination. Then the other one is the soil itself. We have several things contaminating the soil. The first one is the wastewater that they use, because in Ghana we use watering cans, and the splashes from the watering cans actually onto the ground contaminate the soil.
When people defecate in the open, they do not wash their hands with soap and water. Thus, they go spreading the germs from their feces. Failing to wash hands properly also spreads germs.
And your mouth for your room, if you can, is like a one over. And or the tap. Everybody at risk. Serious. Four big areas that we needed to look at. The contamination can be from the hands, the water that we drink, the soil that we grow on, which also means that agriculture is also one of the. And then the contamination is from the big waters, the oceans and that. When people store water, we get it contaminated by the way we fetch the water. In households, there's a pot that they dip into the water and fetch the water, and then we use it. And then where they put it, doesn't really care. It doesn't really matter. They come and take it again and use it. So the storage water in homes is really very contaminated. The other thing that we also found was that, unfortunately, in our cities we have open drains, and occasionally we go into scoop out the slug and leave it outside to dry. When they get dried, the fine dust is blown away. It settles on water, contaminates again, and then creates a whole cycle. So probably one of the things they need to do is, once they are collected from the gutters, they should be transported to wherever they have to be taken and then disposed of properly. The other issue is that we do not have a good infrastructure for the decontamination of contaminated water. Until recently, all our fecal material was being dumped into the sea, and it flows downstream and contaminates. We saw that the sea itself was contaminated, and then the sand itself was also contaminated. So how will you be free? Say ye get a nine abontino ba heart basa basano. Say honey how we free. Would you over dream say what you are now free and one we are safe? We are gentle bank manager, whatever it is, you are safe. Not, you are not safe. We are all at risk. Okay? Over here, all footsteps. We didn't achieve free room. You know, or free room walk with Jan and one fence when some now running so. And all the type of steps in this floor. O could be a crowd of some Macolabi or Cinema Menace, what is that consistent to Okuna Cinema? Oh, serious. And Tianco sit the bang. No, Obia call a rhythm, no, could done a night, not a walk dry wine. None from a bo. As I wouldn't deny him foot through, near to Kovium, and from after the Kubia. Bank manager, you brief in. Parliamentary seat, you two, you brief in. Doctor, also Doctor Angato, you brief in. Ladies and gentlemen, me need to be facade.
The cost of open defecation on the health and economy of a country is immense. When a child falls sick, resources that could have been used to provide for food or education are diverted to save his or her life. Precious work hours go down the drain when people fall ill. Invariably, their work suffers and the economy takes a hit.
When are we going to change our attitude? Never be as you say again, now honestly again, and see again, not be a keke. Look, the brown bread. Are you going to change?
More painful is the loss of life because of open defecation.
Why shall become away in water? Me shaniami. New Thomas say. And you know my musuka. Any Jomus say, then on I know, and calling for the lacker of you. Ni one yam shamo. Yenam shamo no ni billa bomblom. My musumu. Many craft your book. One in my quelenica, young little warriors. The Janaka bene a share, mean I guess ye toy and yam. Ah, one in my little warriors, they came with you. Near born yam shamo. Mishanam no nake big bomblom. Imam Sumusu, in my quelle, and I can be like fair, joyful bede. But will I get it let about the hospital? No, what any at Halesa. Be like cashing, Doctor Seba, Aquelle. Aquella, I ain't like come on. I did doctor and I, madam, if you blow for, madam, I am sorry. And can't me, I am sorry. I went and on because, and be like, Jim, I don't if you come to the lie, I believe it will like me.
Asa. When you know, men from a saw, no from a saw. San woman way in the Emma Yanche, and you be crank 70 years, yes, we have to change. Yes, sir. Yen you come if a janaya ye done basa.
When these children get infected, they get diarrhea, cholera, typhoid fever, and all that. And as a doctor, we realized that we've seen most of these cases. They are quickly rushed to the hospital to be attended to, but we realized that most of them don't bring these children at a very early time. So we realized that there's little we can do about it, and it's rather unfortunate that some of them lose their lives.
Maya homody. No obedience a jana when fear if fear be any party what dear. Yenya a jana. I love Ghana, and I know you too love Ghana. And if a jay, and probably no more so, and in your bonnet say, almost what jay. It's all called you smell good. Everything comes smoothly.
Metropolitan and district chief executives and assembly members, you can help Ghana to be open defecation free, starting with your district. Let's leave a good legacy for posterity. Chiefs and traditional leaders, imagine how proud you will be knowing you contributed to an open defecation free Ghana by making your traditional area open defecation free. Let's leave a good legacy for posterity. Religious leaders, it is said, cleanliness is next to godliness. We are looking to you to lead the way. Let's leave a good legacy for posterity. Private sector organizations, you are the engine of growth in every sphere of development. Be part of the change. Let's leave a good legacy for posterity. Media practitioners, as the fourth estate of the land, this change cannot happen without you. What will your contribution be? Let's leave a good legacy for posterity. Civil society organizations, we need you to hold government accountable. What role will you play? Let's leave a good legacy for posterity. Our artists and players in the creative industry, you give life to a national agenda. Let's leave a good legacy for posterity. Finally, what are you doing as an individual? If we all play our part diligently, Ghana will surely be open defecation free. Let's leave a good legacy for posterity. The ball is in your court.
A man do what I'm to say in your neck. How much me a jack? It's a young soup. I was here to me, Jay. Me bet me a jaya. I was set on mine, one can be a woman. tumam umie nyinam wa amam mpanifo chief imam Christian council if you run MP asofo edifo president who was there flag bearer vice president landlord ehemfo asofo any onipa titu biara wo man if you say e koba e kan e pacho se ye nya sadumo ya how now the ball is in our court. What are we doing? You know you trust once and for all. You nyai. You to shit outside. This is crazy.